Welcome back to another Create.Control tutorial video. In this video, we'll show you how to prepare your project while off-site. First, we're going to open up Create.Control. And as we can see here, we're presented with a default or example venue. We will use this as a starting point for positioning all of our sound objects, and later we will scale our project to fit the actual venue. Let's begin by first creating some objects. I know that I'm going to use 16 objects in this project, so I'll go ahead and create 16, and I will begin by naming them. Great. Now that we've got all of our objects named, let's group them. Great. Now that I've got my group set up, I can very easily select a group, select the Sound Objects tab, and then click Apply Group Color to those objects. Now with any remaining objects that need to be colored, I can simply select them and click the color icon here to change it. Great. Now I've got all my objects colored, I've got my groups created. Now let's position our sound objects. Great. And now that we've got our objects positioned, what we can do is create a snapshot. I'll name this default, as this is the default position of all of my sound objects, which I can use to create further snapshots. Now we can do a few more things to prepare for our show. The first is that we know our video objects will be playback. So what we can do is set their delay mode to tight. I did so by selecting the group and then change the delay mode. We see the icon next to the name change. Great. Now we can update our existing snapshot. Now we're ready to save our project. Great. Now the project is saved, and what we can optionally do is import a dbpr file containing our venue geometry. Once I've selected the dbpr I'd like to import, we have two options, whether we can select the venue or the sound objects. Because we've already created sound objects, we don't need them, so we'll just import the venue geometry. This looks great. Now I can see the actual venue, but we notice that we need to reposition all of our objects. So to do so, we'll go to the project settings, project scaling, and we can very quickly rescale our entire project so that all of the objects are positioned where they should be. Once we have this the way we want it, we'll click Burn to commit this to our project, and now our snapshot will be updated. I'm going to save the project again, this time now as for the venue, and I can proceed to include some animations. I know that in this venue, what will work really lovely is having our sound effects fly around the audience. So I'll simply create a circle, stretch it out over the audience, and I will attach the sound effect object to it. I'll give it a play. Great. I think it's moving a little too fast, so I'll increase the duration to 10 seconds. And we'll set it to loop. Perfect. Now we can create a second snapshot, and on the animations page, attach this animation to the snapshot. Now we have our two snapshots, one where the SFX object is moving and the other where it is not. Now, once you're on site, you can connect to the soundscape processor in the venue, and once connected, we can see that we've pulled in the speaker positions and also the object positions. So now we simply recall our default snapshot and all of the objects are where we want them to be. We can once again save our project, which will save our connection settings for the soundscape processor on site. So as soon as Create.Control boots back up and is on the same network, it will connect to the processor. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.